Name's Chuck Wetmore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I actually started manufacturing in 1978 in Windows. I had moved then to Kensington Windows in 1997. I started with them as a production supervisor. A couple of months later, I became their training coordinator. I wrote a training program for all new hires and existing. After a few months of that, I was made general foreman. Then 3 months after that, I became director of operations. And then probably another 6 or 8 months after that, I became vice president of manufacturing, then vice president of operations. So I've done everything in manufacturing on Windows side, clear from running a punch press the whole way up. I can run every piece of equipment on the floor, and I've got every aspect of it, from scheduling installations, scheduling services, the whole way through purchasing and everything else that's been done. The product we designed that we manufacture for Bill Wilson with the HR40 is actually it's its own glass package by itself. We make this for no one else. It's the only for the HR40. It's been exclusive since we started dealing with Bill, and it will always be exclusive to Bill's product line. One of the concepts of the HR40 product that we've designed is it's so energy efficient that it's not purchasing a product, it's investing in a product. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you comfort. Before, if you had an older window that you walked in front of, you could probably feel the heat coming through or the cold coming through. You're not going to have that issue with the HR40. The HR40 greatly reduces any possible condensation, and it also reduces any cold or any heat transfer through by the low U value on the product. Serious Materials, Serious Energy came in, looked at a great opportunity, saw the plant, saw what it could possibly do, had different ideas of different ways they wanted to market, different high performance products, different ways to use heat mirror glass within the product. They actually took that opportunity to take that plant and grow with it from there. In the fall of 2009, we learned of the Empire State Building project working through Johnson Controls, that they were looking to retrofit all of the windows in the Empire State Building. I became involved with it as Senior Director of Operations at that time for the window division. I became the key person for this. I was involved with getting the equipment into the location because we did set up a manufacturing plant on the 5th floor of the Empire State Building. But what ended up happening on this project was all of this had to be done in a matter of months for the equipment to be found, purchased, and brought in and set up so we could start the project in March. We had a short window. We had to be manufacturing and done by late October so they could finish the project before the end of the year. And from what I understand from the 3 years since the project, the first 3 years that the project was completed, each year they've exceeded what they expected to do. So they continue to see a better return than they ever thought they were going to see on this project. There's no one else that can make the claim that they were on site. They were on the 5th floor. They were the ones who produced the product. We can make that claim. The big difference between what we did at the Empire State Building and what we do with HR40 is the HR40 is more efficient than what we used at the Empire State Building. Homeowners would be crazy to buy anything else. As a homeowner, I know my personal opinion is, let me just put it this way. I actually have some of the HR40 glass in my own home. And this past winter in Pittsburgh, we had many days where it was well below zero. Being in the manufacturing industry and on this side of it, I have a heat gun at home. And actually, I shot the center of glass of my HR40 glass and shot the wall next to it. And it's a standard brick home in Pittsburgh. And the center of glass temperature was actually warmer than what the wall was in my home. I don't live in an old home. It was built in 1992. This is an insulated wall, but the glass is a better insulator than what this wall is with a brick foam.
Under Chuck Wetmore's leadership, the manufacturing of our HR40 window became the most exciting experience in ingenuity that I could have even imagined.
The HR40 window is going to be something that you're going to be able to get with a suspended coated film that's very high performing. You're not going to be able to see that with anybody else. You'll have something that your neighbor's not likely to have unless they're smart enough to buy another HR40 as well. But the key to the whole thing is it's a product that outperforms almost every other in the country right now, and will continue to progress and continue to get better as time goes on. The opportunity came up to purchase Kensington, and we bought that plant in March of 2013.
Chuck just continues to improve upon everything that he creates. He's never satisfied. And, I'm never satisfied either. So I think together we're pushing each other to make it better and better, which is, the homeowners are the benefactors of that, which is wonderful.
We've worked with Bill Wilson with the HR40 for over 10 years through our plant. It's been a very good relationship for both. We both feel that it's very important for the HR40 brand to get out there further. We can reach U values that go well below not only Energy Star, but also well below the most efficient status of Energy Star. So what we do is we foam fill all of the cavities. So there's just picture that the best insulator you have in your house, the best door you have is your refrigerator door. It's the same foam that's used in our windows. It's sprayed at the plant. It's not a stick foam. It still has spaces on the sides. This is completely foam filled. It allows you to hit U values that you could never hit any other way. We end up with product that we build for HR40 is actually probably of the highest performing product in the market right now by far. We're one of the few manufacturers that are in the most efficient group, which calls for a U value of 0.2 or below. Our entire product line meets those standards. Energy Star right now is a 0.30. The product that we build for HR40 is a 0.19, so it's well below anything else that you'll see in the marketplace. You get this type of product into more people's homes, everybody saves money, we cut independent, we gain independence on energy. It's the right thing to do for everybody. The products that we produce for HR40, it's a virgin vinyl material. It's fully welded, sash and frame, unlike fiberglass or wood or some of the composites that are still mechanically fastened the same way it's been done since the 70s and before. This point, there's no possible way for it to leak air. There's no possible way for it to leak water. It's by far the best way to manufacture a product right now. And when you add the foam insulation into this product, there's nothing that conducts less. Fiberglass is a good product, but it's still mechanically fastened. It's never, in my opinion, it's never going to be able to exceed what vinyl can do. It's also got a high performance twin silver low E.
It has krypton, which is an inert gas, really heavy.
It's very, very dense. The denser the inert gas you get, the better the R value or the lower the U value is going to be. There's not many others that use the level of krypton that we use, which is added into this. The HR40 is unique in many, many ways. There's a lot of other features to this product. One of the biggest issues of the HR40 is there's the glass that's used in the HR40. It's a double strength tempered glass. This is for safety, strength, but you can actually get to the point where you can partially drive a nail through with this. There's an easy maintenance or a low maintenance glass on the outside, but there's also tempered glass on the inside. So if you live in an area where there's a lot of wind or there's been storms coming through, even if there's something that strikes your window, the outer light will be a sacrificial light, which is annealed glass, but the inner light will still be able to maintain the integrity of the envelope, and you won't have to worry about things breaking through the glass. The tempered glass is so much stronger than annealed glass, and a double strength tempered glass is even stronger than that, and that's what's the use standard on the HR40. The HR40 is going to be the only product you're going to find in the marketplace that's going to have all of the features and benefits that are employed with this. You've got a interlock system that's on the center meeting rail. You have an interlock on the sash and sill. That not only blocks air and water, but it also is another security feature. If you think of different ways people can break into your home, they can do that through sliding a tool in through the meeting rails. We have a full interlock, not a section interlock like many do. We have a full interlock. You can't shine a tool up through. A lot of people can go through the sill and pop the bottom sash up. We actually have an overlock, we call it sash to sill overlock, that actually goes through a parting bead that won't allow that to happen either. We have a sill that's got another leg on it that actually keeps the window from bowing and flexing, which is why we can go to the highest residential ratings of 50s and DP50s and beyond with very low air infiltration without ever having to introduce any metal into the product. Metal is a bad conductor for cold, obviously. That's going to give you condensation issues. We can do all this with foam filling and don't have to do it. You're not going to find that in many other competitors' windows. The color of the HR40 that we manufacture is a linen white or a soft white. The old blue-white colors, a lot of those were done with regrind, or a lot of those done with a mix, and the vinyl just never really held up as well with the color. This, with the heavy amount of titanium oxide, will keep its color for many, many years. It's used with 100% virgin vinyl. There's no regrind used into this product at all. It maintains through titanium oxide, it maintains the color and strength, and it also matches the very high-end cappings, the vinyl PVC or the full aluminum that's in the market right now. The HR40 color of the product is actually, and with the capping that's used, the vinyl coverage or the aluminum PVC coverage that's used is a perfect match. What it actually does is accent the window versus making it stick out. what ends up happening, you'll see with a lot of competitors that still use the blue white or the really the softer whites than what this one will be. It'll actually look like a grayer product or a bluer product, and you'll never completely match that product. What it ends up looking is it sticks out. It makes the product look smaller because it doesn't look like one piece. The way the HR40 is capped, it actually just looks like one solid piece of vinyl and blends right through. The aesthetics on this are much nicer than you'll find with people that are using the typical blue whites. The HR40 utilizes a constant force stainless steel balances. What these do is they're steel coils, and based on the exact weight of the sash, they're calculated so they will always allow that sash to stay wherever you want it to stay. If you want it partially open, it'll stay partially open. If you want it closed, it won't slide back up on you whether it's locked or not. But the balance system is stainless steel, and it never needs adjustment. Unlike what you'll find in some of the other windows that are out there with spiral balances or with block and tackle balances, the spiral balances may need to have greased or oiled later on to make sure they continue to work. The stainless steel, there'll be no issue for this forever. Right now, we are the only vinyl manufacturer that produces its own heat mirror glass, so I know that the HR40 is the only one that's got this particular package because we are the only one making it. We only make it for the HR40 with Bill Wilson. If you have an aluminum screen and you go to twist it back and forth like that, it'll scratch because it's nothing but painted, so to speak, on aluminum. This is actually fiberglass straight through. It's blacked all the way through, so it's not going to do that. The screen is a full extruded screen with a lift rail all the way around. It's a very, very heavy aircraft aluminum. It's got a solid key that's staked in, and we use a better view fiberglass mesh that's in, so the visibility is very good in the screen as well. So it's a very strong screen. It's very difficult to twist. When you take it in and out, you don't have to worry about it bowing like a roll form screen like you'll get in a lot of our competitors. This is a very, very strong screen and very, very see-through material. The better view is one of the best in the market right now. It gives you great visibility, but at the same time is still very strong. The glass of choice for the HR40 window exceeds the glass of choice for the Empire State Building. You use a low maintenance glass on the exterior, which I'm sure the Empire State Building would have liked to have had, because it cuts down on some of their window washing bills. But also on the inside, it was a high performance low E. Actually, I'm in my 50s and I've been working in the window manufacturing business most of my life. And this is what I like to do. We could manufacture low-end products all day like most of the other manufacturing plants out there. We choose not to do that. I want to get the best performing product we can get out. I want to get it out to the homeowners and to our customers, and that's why I love to do what I love to do. This is a heat mirror product. We're very unique in that product, and I love manufacturing this. This is what makes it all work. We're not throwing low-E argon windows out there all day long. We can make those just like anyone else, but that's not the product that we really love to build at our plant. The HR40 is what we do. So the benefits that the HR40 have far and exceed what was able to be used in the Empire State Building on performance and aesthetics, because it's got the easy maintenance look on the outside. But I'm happy to say that I made the Empire State Building glass as well as the HR40 windows for Bill Wilson.